You know, every single device you own that connects to the internet, your phone, your laptop, even your watch, has a secret ID. It's kind of like a permanent license plate that broadcasts who you are to every network you join. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on what it is, why it's a privacy risk, and most importantly, how you can fix it in under a minute. So let me just ask you this straight up. Does every device you own really have a secret permanent name? One that literally follows you from your home Wi-Fi to the coffee shop to the airport? Well, the answer, and this might surprise you, is yes. Absolutely. And that name is called a MAC address. Now, don't get hung up on the acronym. It just stands for Media Access Control. All you really need to know is that it's a unique serial number that the manufacturer gives to the network hardware in your device. It's often called a physical or burned-in address because it's meant to be permanent. And while that's useful for some network stuff, it comes with a pretty big privacy downside. Honestly, the easiest way to wrap your head around this is to think of it as a permanent license plate for your device, right? Every single time your device, like a car, joins a network, which is kind of like a road, it shows that same single license plate to everyone. Okay, so this is where we run into a problem. If your device has this permanent public license plate, what does that actually mean for your privacy? Well, this is what we call your digital exhaust, that invisible trail of data you're leaving behind everywhere you go. That permanent license plate, your MAC address, it leaves a digital trail. Every single Wi-Fi network you join logs that unique ID. And over time, all those logs could be connected to build a surprisingly detailed map of your daily movements, just based on the networks you've been here. And hey, this isn't some theoretical, far-off problem. This applies to every modern device you own. The setting might have a slightly different name on your Android, your iPhone, or your laptop, but the core issue is exactly the same across the board. Any device connecting to Wi-Fi is broadcasting an identifier, and that's why knowing how to manage it is so important. But here is the good news. You are not powerless in this situation, not at all. Modern devices have this brilliant feature built right in that lets you take back your privacy and really embrace the power of anonymity. The solution is actually super simple and kind of elegant. It's called MAC address randomization. The idea is, instead of showing that same permanent license plate everywhere you go, your device can just generate a temporary random one for new networks. So let's look at the difference here. A fixed MAC address is one license plate for life. Super easy to spot and to track. But with randomization turned on, your device gets a new, temporary license plate for each Wi-Fi network. It's basically wearing a different disguise everywhere it goes, which makes it incredibly difficult for anyone to follow you. So you're probably asking, okay, how do I actually turn this on? Let's get right into the practical step-by-step guide. And I promise you this takes less than a minute. All right, first step for all you iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch users out there. On your device, Apple calls this feature a private Wi-Fi address. The steps really could not be simpler. Just go to your Wi-Fi settings and tap the little blue info eye icon next to the network you're on. You'll see an option right there for private Wi-Fi address. Just make sure that toggle is green. And that's it. You're done. Next step for all the Android and Samsung users. Your process is just as simple, but you'll see the setting has a slightly different name. Okay, so you're going to head into your Wi-Fi settings and tap that little gear icon for your current network. In those details, look for an option called MAC address type. Just give it a tap and choose Randomize MAC. That is all it takes. So let's just quickly recap what we've done here. We've taken something that was once hidden, a permanent trackable ID, and we've turned it into something that you can actively manage for your own privacy. Pretty cool, right? So the key takeaways are these. Every device has that permanent MAC address, that license plate that can be used to track your movements. But MAC randomization acts like a digital disguise, giving you a new license plate on new networks. And best of all, you now know exactly how to turn this powerful privacy feature on in just a few taps. You've just taken a massive step in securing your device's identity and reducing your digital exhaust. But that leaves us with a final question to think about. Now that you've managed this piece of your digital footprint, what other trails might you still be leaving behind?